So join us for that. In the meantime, from the three of us, it's goodbye for now. Bye-bye.
This Champions League broadcast was sponsored by M&M's and Snickers. Champions League sponsors. This Champions League broadcast is sponsored by M&M's and Snickers. Champions League sponsors.
Drama in the Velodrome as Marseille and Rangers play for the highest stakes. Bruges cling to slim hopes against Moscow in Berlin. The last throw for Gothenburg against the might of Milan. And playing for pride, Eindhoven against Porto. Good evening. The penultimate night of Champions League action has come and gone. In the next hour, the best from all four games, and it's not to be missed. Ray Wilkins and Davy Cooper have stayed with us, and we'll get their comments as the programme progresses. First stop then, Marseille, and the intimidating surroundings of the Velodrome, where victory either way would have booked a place in the European Cup final. Rangers have proved so far in this competition they have plenty of bottle. Would it stand up to the toughest test of all? Commentator in the Velodrome, Jerry McNee.
So the match gets underway, and this, in essence, is a European Cup semi-final. Tonight, the winner takes all. Of course, should the match end in a draw, everything will then go forward a fortnight when Rangers play their final match against CSKA in Moscow. I must say the referee handling the match very fairly indeed. Staying well up with the play. Certainly no homer, Mario van der Ende from Holland. Again, Goff has moved forward, McPherson's up there as well. That's headed away by Demeco. This is McCall, and the offside flag is up immediately.
Well, that was the tactic they adopted at Ibrox as well, Jerry. Their back four, when they clear the ball, they push out very quickly indeed.
That's headed on by Italy. It's Sozzi looking for Boxic. It's a good defensive header by Robertson, who was under a lot of pressure. Now it's Houstra. This is Durant. McCall leaving it to Brown. First time clearance by Robertson, but that was a rash one. Now it's Voller. And Marseille take the lead. Frank Sozzi. And it all began with a slack pass from David Robertson. He had the chance to put the ball out of play. He gave it away. Rudy Voller was in there, getting the ball into the middle, and Frank Sozzi gets his 6th European goal, his 5th in the Champions League.
Yeah, well, just when we thought Rangers had settled down nicely, they're a bad clearance by Davy Robertson. Voller picks it up, puts in a nice cross. Well, it's not a bad finish, is it? Excellent bit of finishing. Andy Gorham just gets his fingertips to it. Nice ball in here by Voller. All stemmed from a bad clearance by Davy Robertson at the back. What a shame, because we all thought Rangers had just settled down nicely there. First 15 minutes or so in this game.
Well, you can't give that man chances like that. So there's the scoreline after 15 minutes. The Rangers have made a few dramatic comebacks this season, but they'll really have to draw on all of their resources tonight. They've scored in every European game so far this season, 13 in total. It's knocked on by Deschamps. And behind McPherson, he's in trouble here against Voller. Now it's Pelé. No fouls, as a referee. Well, Pelé making an absolute meal of that as he collided with Richard Gough. And the referee absolutely right with the decision. There's still the Marseille player on the ground, but he really collided with Richard Gough.
Yeah, no intent there at all on Richard Gough's behalf. As you can see there clearly from the pitch, as he tried to get out Abdi Pellé's way.
Meanwhile, Pelé back on his feet. So 15 minutes of the first half left, and Rangers have a free kick. They really must cash in on these set pieces. Well, Gough and McPherson have moved to the edge of the penalty area. John Brown is staying back with David Robertson. Well, Gough attacking it. This is Houstra. Ian Durant, Ali McCoist. Well, that was a real chance. But Houstra sending a superb ball across in the direction of Ian Durant.
Well, this is the first half chance. Peter Houstra picks up Ian Durant here at the back post. It looks as if Durant's going to shoot. Ali McCoist just gets under that one.
Now it's Pelé. Still it's Pelé. Now it's Voller. That's great play. It's Pelé again. And good handling by Andy Gorham. And just as well he took that one because Alan Boksic was racing in on the far post. But great play by Abdi Pelé, combining well with Rudy Voller.
Yeah, nice little run forward here. Lovely little 1-2 by Voller.
And Voller's in there ahead of Brown. Still such a dangerous player, and the free kick is awarded against Richard Gough for his challenge on Rudy Voller. So Andy Gorham getting things lined up. And Gough and Voller, old adversaries. Gough in fact played against him when Gough was at Dundee United and Voller was at Werder Bremen, and then they played against one another in the Mexico World Cup. So this is Sosi. That's a great effort off the face of the crossbar. He's in there again. Well, he carries such a threat, this man, from set pieces, Frank Sosi. And here he is again. This is Demeco. And a free kick against McPherson. Well, the Rangers players are pointing out that the far side linesman had his flag raised, but it's down again.
It was a fantastic strike, this by Sosi, and he's certainly been the most influential player in the field tonight. He's a player that's really impressed me. And what a free kick that was.
So this is Demeco. And it's Robertson getting in a good clearance. It's returned by Deschamps. And the offside flag has gone up. And that takes the pressure off Rangers. It's good running by Durant. He gets in the early cross. It's cut out though by Bolly. This is Ferguson. And that's a corner kick to Rangers. So again, the signal for Gough and McPherson to move forward. Well, John Brown's going up as well. McCall is staying at the back with Robertson to counter any break. So it's Trevor Stephen sending it in. It breaks out to Ian Durant. Oh, that's a wonderful goal by Ian Durant. 53 minutes gone. A superb strike by Ian Durant. And Rangers are alive terrific strike. So too was this. 52 minutes gone.
Well,
Marseille won, Rangers won.
They've done it again, would you believe it? What a fabulous strike this has been, Durant. Lovely little bend on it, gave Barthez no chance whatsoever. Trevor Stevens sweeps in the in-swinging corner, comes off the head of Bolly, and Ian Durant pounces in this one. Fabulous strike.
Well, what a game we have in our hands now. Well, Gordon did say just after kick-off, you're right off this Rangers team at your peril. And they just continue to amaze you. Time after time, in adversity, they have fought back this season.
Well, this is unbelievable stuff. Have we got a game in our hands now? What about this for a strike? Fabulous.
So, Ian Durant, that's his third goal in European football this season. He also scored against Lyngby and Bruges. But Rangers now making a change. David Robertson is having to leave the field. Neil Murray is the player preparing to come on. So John Brown will probably take up the left-back position. Swept away by John Brown. Ali McCoy is giving chase here with Desailly. But comfortable defending. It's McPherson's header. Goes just beyond Deschamps to Durant. This is McCall. It's headed away by Bolly. Picked up by Angloma. This is Idele. Good solid challenge by McCall. This is Houstra. Good run now by the Dutchman. It's 2 against 2 here. Rangers pouring players forward. Still it's Houstra. McCall trying to find McCoist. And the chance is lost. But a good run by Houstra, but he just couldn't get it through in the end.
Yeah, he just waited far too long, Jerry. He had a great opportunity there. He put it to Ali McCoist, who was in space there on the edge of the 18-yard box. And Ali McCoist, not a happy man.
This is Voller inside his own half. The referee awarding a free kick against Ian Ferguson.
Yeah, that was great closing down play there by the Rangers midfield, just not letting any of the Marseille players settle in the ball at all. A free kick given against Ian Ferguson there for that collision.
This is Bolly. It's headed down by Houstra to McCall. Through for Durant. He's tackled by Demeco. Good play by Demeco. He finds Abdi Pelli. He gets away from Murray. Well, the Marseille fans around us furious with Abdi Pelli because Voller and Boksic were racing through the middle. He decided to lash at it himself.
Yeah, this was a bit of a chance for Marseille, but the ball just bobbled up before Abdi Pelli hit that one.
Well, Demeco claiming he was fouled, and the referee agrees. It's a free kick to Marseille. That's a dangerous one. Goff's in there. Voller climbs for it. This is Pelli. It's charged down now by Houstra. Desailly sends it in, and it's got him at full stretch. And a bit of jostling going on involving Brown and Voller. But that was an awkward one for Andy Gorham.
It was a great bit of defending there by Peter Houstra initially to block that shot, but it all got a bit scrappy after that. Goes and closes him down here, as you can see Houstra. The ball skips up. Andy Gorham up for the ball. Desailly knocks him over, but it's all settled down now.
This is Pelli. It's played through now for Boksic. Voller's in the middle. And it runs out of play for the throw-in to Rangers with 1 minute left. This is Brown. And Rangers get themselves a free kick. In fact, the final whistle goes. And Rangers have pulled off a remarkable result here in Marseille. They lost an early goal after 15 minutes to Frank Soze after a mistake by David Robertson, but fought their way back brilliantly in the second half. The equaliser from Ian Durant after 52 minutes. The final score in the Velodrome: Marseille 1, Rangers 1.
Walter, a fantastic result. You must be delighted.
Absolutely delighted. Very pleased for the players. I felt they were a little bit unfortunate to lose the goal they did. It was Marseille's first real attempt at goal. And after thinking that we'd be under a great deal of pressure at the start of the game, we ended up not being so and then still losing a goal after that. But they fought back again, and we were obviously delighted at that.
Yeah, this is probably the best I've ever scored. I actually had more time than I thought I did, and just when it came down, I seen there was nobody in our back post, so hopefully I just kept it down and drilled it in. And fortunately, it went in.
To go down 1-0, actually with their first real attack, you know, and then to come back, we always actually felt we were getting stronger as the game went on. It shows the character again. I've said it so many times this season. The character of the squad this season has been unbelievable. And like you say, giving away a goal in the Velodrome and coming back to get a draw takes a lot. And very proud of the players.
It all goes down to the wire now. You have to beat Moscow, obviously, at Ibrox. But what about Bruges doing you a favour?
Well, we have to hope that they do so. But first and foremost, I mean, people will not forget it. We have to win the game. It's not automatic that you do so. There's a lot of money at stake, never mind anything else, if you do well in the European games. So we'll have to be careful. They've shown that they can be dangerous opponents. And as long as we win that game, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed about the happenings at Bruges.
Not surprisingly, everybody up. Ray, how did you rate the performance?
I thought it was a tremendous performance. Defensively, they defended very well as a team. And I think Walter's exactly right. They have to win their own game. And that's vitally important when they play the Russians. They've got to win. What did you make of it, Davey?
Well, again, the comeback was incredible. To go one down in a place like that and to come back and get a result, it just shows you the character of the team. There's too many people been writing them off in these situations, and they've come through with flying colours again. Now they're going to wait till the last game and look at other results.
You must be really pleased for your old pal Ian Durant, Ray. I know you and he used to have a good relationship at Ibrox. But what a great goal, wasn't it?
It was a great goal, and he possibly is one of the finest strikers in the Rangers outfit. And the ball dropped perfectly for him on the half volley. And if he hit it properly, there was only one place it was going to end up. And he said he saw no one on the back post, but he must have a good eyesight. He just struck the ball very well, and it was a good goal.
And it came at a great time for them, didn't it, Davey? Because Soze hit the crossbar. That would have made it 2-0. They could have been finished then.
Yeah, it was beginning to look like Rangers were going to struggle to get one. Ian Durant could actually have scored one in the first half as well. The one at the back post and knocked back to Coiste, but it was a very sweet strike, and he was delighted with that one tonight. You weren't too happy, Davey, with our Dutch referee, were you? No, I wasn't. I thought he had a bit of a nightmare tonight myself. I thought there is a certain amount of physical contact in our game of football, and tonight he just didn't let anything happen at all. There was no contact at all. He gave 2 free kicks against Rangers at bad times, which I don't think were free kicks. And I thought he had a bad game, to be quite honest. We thought Marseille would play at a frantic pace, Ray. They attempted to do so, but I think Rangers stopped them from doing so.
Yes, that's right. When you defend collectively as Rangers did, shutting down the midfield players as quick as they did, it becomes very difficult. Rangers obviously defending slightly deeper as well. There's no space in the back for these guys to make runs, like Boksic, you never really saw him. Verla with Goffey once again controlled Verla all through the game. And it was a very impressive defensive performance.
Extremely impressive. OK, Ray, David, thanks for the moment. Well, the other match in Group A tonight was played in Berlin, where CSKA Moscow took on FC Bruges. Bruges still had an outside chance, but had to win to sustain it. Ken McRobb now reports.
CSKA Moscow, with only 1 point from their 4 games, had no chance of making the final, but with each point worth £210,000, they certainly had an incentive to win. Bruges, on the other hand, had still an outside chance of topping Group A. To keep that hope alive, they had to win. CSKA's so-called home game was played in front of only 2,500 fans in the Olympic Stadium, Berlin, but it was the visitors Bruges had the first real chance. Amikachi's shot saved at point-blank range by Plotnikov. Amikachi was the player whose goal beat the Russians in Belgium. CSKA proved they were capable of unlocking the Bruges defence. Fezulin getting around Stalins, cutting it back. A poor clearance gave Ivanov a chance, but his effort was off target. But the men from Moscow did better in the next attack. Oleg Sergeyev turning Rudi Kossi and slipping the ball past for Linden to put CSKA ahead after 18 minutes. It's a goal which will haunt Bruges defender Kossi. Sergeyev sending him the wrong way before picking his spot. Bruges responded in positive fashion. The cross from the left headed on by Amakachi. Kolotovkin panicked, but Verheyen's shot came back off the post before the ball was put behind by Bushmanov for a corner. Bruges' pressure did pay off 2 minutes from half-time. Borkelmann's cross cleared by Kolotovkin, but only as far as Mark Chesins, who dispatched the ball past Plotnikov. It was a goal the Belgians deserved. Kolotovkin again gifting the chance to Bruges, and Chesins taking it to make it 1-1 at the interval. In the second half, another mistake in the CSKA defence gave Bruges a great chance. Bushmanov the culprit, leaving Verheyen with only the keeper to beat, but Plotnikov spread himself well to block the shot. It goes down, though, as a missed opportunity. Indeed, it was a suicidal error by Bushmanov that gave Verheyen the chance, and really he should have scored, but all credit to the keeper. The Russians, though, were still causing a threat up front. Fezulin and then Karsakov creating problems for the Bruges defence, but Fezulin's finish was abysmal. 7 minutes from time, a free kick by Fouquet-Boy came back off the wall to Van der Elst, who chipped for Chesins to cross, and Gert Verheyen headed into the net. 2-1 to Bruges, Verheyen's goal proving to be a match winner, and it gives the Belgians a real incentive when they meet Marseille in Bruges in a fortnight, which may work in Rangers' favour.
Could well do. Group A now makes very interesting reading. Well, there it is. Marseille and Rangers on 7 points. Bruges, they've fought their way back into it with that win tonight. They're on 5 points. The simple fact of the matter is, Ray, Rangers win and Marseille draw, obviously, against Bruges, or are beaten. Well, Rangers are in the final.
That's right, and that'd be absolutely tremendous for all of us. I think Rangers will beat the Russian side, but I've got reservations whether Bruges can take anything off Marseille. I've not been too impressed with Bruges when I've seen them play, and I think Marseille might be a bit too strong for them. What's your gut feeling about it, Davey?
Well, unlike Ray, I think Bruges now could take something from Marseille. I think Marseille are now under a lot of pressure to go there and try and get something. It'll be important for Rangers to beat the Russians, which I think they can do, and I can see Rangers now going all the way to the final.
Is there more pressure on Marseille than on Rangers?
Well, I think so now. Marseille are now away from home. Rangers know they've got a capacity crowd back at home for the last match. Marseille now have to travel, and Bruges, now sitting on the points they are, know they have an outside chance of getting there, so they've got a great chance to go and they'll be fighting for everything.
And the thing is, Ray, Bruges will go for their throats. I mean, there's a small pot of £420,000 in the night for the winner.
That's right. But I think sometimes it's easier to play away from home in Europe, and when you've got the pace of Botsic up front, Verla, Pele, and when a team is putting you under an enormous amount of pressure, spaces appear, and it worries me. Tonight we saw Rangers very well organised, didn't allow Marseille an inch, but they'll get that inch in Bruges, and I think it's going to be very interesting.
It will be very interesting. So it's still wide open in Group A. In a couple of minutes we turn our attention to Group B and we focus on IFK Gothenburg against AC Milan.